Okay, here we go. 10.3 inverse trig functions. This is going to be the last section for chapter 10. So we in math have functions that undo another one, like subtraction undoes addition. Multiplication gets rid of division. So now we need to be able to get rid of sine or cosine or tangent, and that is going to be done with the inverse, which if you're looking at your calculators, it is going to look just like this. Sine with a -1 as an exponent. That is the sine inverse. And cosine inverse, tangent inverse. Okay, so you're going to be using those buttons on your calculator for this section of chapter 10. So let's jump into some examples. So example 1, you're going to use the calculator to find the measure in degrees of an angle that has a sine value of 0.707, and we're going to round to the nearest hundredth. Normally, you would learn degrees and radians in this section of the chapter. However, most of your calculators are going to be set in degrees already, and so we're just going to focus on that. You can also do this on your phone. If you switch it, there'll be like a little button that says INV for inverse, and then that'll give you the sine inverse, the cosine inverse, and tangent inverse. So if using a calculator is the issue for this section, please let me know, and we will come up with some ideas. So this is saying that the sine value is 0.707. So this is saying the sine of theta equals 0.707. And we want to know what that angle measurement is. So we are actually looking for the angle measurement in degrees. So we are looking for this right here. So we need to get rid of the sine in order to do that. And to do that, we're going to take the sine inverse on both sides. We do it on both sides again because it's an equal sign. So we are keeping both sides of the balance scale even. So when you do sine inverse of sine of theta, you're left with just theta equals the sine inverse of 0.707. And then you just type that into either your calculator, your phone calculator. There might be some resources online if neither one of those are options. If you're having a hard time with this part right here, just putting it in a calculator, please email me and I am happy to make another video showing just how to work the calculator. If you do this on your calculator, you should get that theta is about, so we use squiggly lines instead of a regular equal sign, 44.99 degrees. And that is our final answer for that. Okay, so go ahead and take a couple minutes, pause the video, and try these ones. This one, no, is tangent, and this one is cosine. So just keep that in mind while you're doing them. So this, again, tangent value of 2.145 is saying tangent of theta equals 2.145, and we are looking for what the angle measurement is. So we take the tangent inverse of both sides. We get theta is approximately 65.01. However, this says to round to the nearest whole, so we are going to say that theta is about 65 degrees. And that is our answer there. On this side here, it is saying that cosine of theta equals 0.67. So we're going to take the cosine inverse of both sides, and then we're going to get that it is approximately 47.93, which means that we are going to round up in this case to 48 degrees. Again, if you have any questions about how to do it or how to use it on a calculator or on your phone, email me and I am happy to help you in either answering the email or making another video and sending it to you in the email as well. Example 2, we have Josh and his friends built a skateboarding ramp The ramp is 5 feet long on the bottom and 2 feet high. What is the incline? So we have a ramp. We're just going to draw it, skateboard ramp. And it says that the ramp is 5 feet long on the bottom. So this would be 5 feet here. And then 2 feet high, so it's 2 feet here. We're hoping that they've built this ramp so that this is a 90-degree angle with the ground. And then it wants the incline angle, so we're looking for this angle right here. So now we need to decide, are we using sine, cosine, tangent? What do we got here? So if this is the right angle, this would be the hypotenuse. Here's the angle we're looking for. Across from it is our opposite, and touching it is our adjacent. So we have the opposite and adjacent, which means we're going to be using tangent. So tangent of x equals, and if you need a little reminder, remember SOHCAHTOA. So we're using this part, so we have opposite over adjacent. So 2 over 5. And now we're just going to go ahead and do what we've been doing. Do the inverse of both sides. And we're going to get x is the tangent inverse of 2/5. And then go ahead and type that into your calculator. Putting it in your calculator, you get x equals 21.801. And it doesn't say how to round in this one, so we can just say that right there and leave it like that. Okay, go ahead and pause the video and try these two. And I will mark the angles because they're not marked here. So you're going to look for this angle right here, and you're going to look for this angle right here. Go ahead and give those a try. And round to the nearest hundredth. So first step, just figure out what side you got. This is the angle, so we got opposite, and we got hypotenuse. And again, so we have opposite and hypotenuse, so we're going to be using this one here. So we use sine, which means we take the sine inverse, and so that angle is about 22.62 degrees. Go ahead and try the next one. Again, start with labeling what you have. So if this is the angle, this would be the opposite, this is the adjacent, and across from the 90 is the hypotenuse. So we have opposite and adjacent, so we're going to be using tangent. So tangent of x equals opposite 2.1 over 6.3. So then x would equal the tangent inverse of 2.1 divided by 6.3. Putting that in your calculator, you get approximately 18.43 degrees. And that is that one. That is it for 10.3. So if you have any questions, you're going to email Ms. Holstad and I, and we will be happy to help you. And then also have a 10.3 homework on this, so give that a try. And it's helpful if you send a picture of what you're working on. That way we can see exactly what you're working on and what you're getting stuck on. If that's not possible, just email us and we'll figure it out.